16 of the fastest 5,000 meter runners here in Birmingham for this race. And it turns out that there's really minimal team implications here. There is an Oregon runner in here, Aaron Binnefeld, the German from Frankfurt, the senior for Oregon. There's Sam Gilman of Air Force. As I like to say, those guys from Air Force and BYU, they come down here close to sea level and they're drowning in oxygen. But Birmingham is actually like 667 feet above sea level. So you might feel it a little bit, but when you warm up, you'd go, maybe what's going on here? I feel a little more tired than I should be. 16 athletes, 5 in the outside grouping, 11 in the inside grouping. They'll stay in those groups until they navigate through 2 full turns, and then they'll head for the pole on the finishing straight. And Kiptoo not fooling around, trying to put those gloves on. It's pretty warm in here. I don't know if I would need gloves, but it might be a comfort thing for him. We will recruit our John Anderson to give us a report from down on the infield. Has a better bird's eye view than we do.
And for many laps we'll be here watching those. This will outdo all the other running we've seen over the course of the night. Don't forget, Dwight, NAU guys, they come down from the mountain as well and take advantage of their high altitude, and they come in here, the NAU runners, when you look at Nico Young and Abdi Noor, and they're not heavily raced. They come off a cross-country championship, and then they come into indoor, and they haven't chased a bunch of times. Their coach, Michael Smith, says our philosophy is, I'll give you one shot, go out and run your best, but we're not going to go at it 2 and 3 and 4 times to make the nationals. And so they go to a conference meet where they can kind of run different distances to get themselves peaked for this. So I would watch both the NAU kids that are in here because I think they'll be a big factor, and it'd be curious to see what they do when they have to come back in the 3, because they could put up a bunch of points, enough with a couple 3 guys to get on the podium.
NAU, of course, located in Flagstaff, Arizona at altitude. 13 of the 16 runners in this field are USTFCCCA cross-country All-Americans. That means they finished in the top 40 at the cross-country championships. Of course, last year, John, you'll remember that the cross-country championships were scheduled just a couple days after this meet, and it made a heck of a dilemma for a lot of teams with really good distance runners, whether they should come here or they should save it for that cross-country championships. That did not happen this year, thankfully.
Nope, and NAU was the one that made that choice, and they went over to Stillwater, Oklahoma, and won that meet. Defended their championship down in Tallahassee, and Kiptoo, who ran away with this 5,000 a year ago, went over, and he went out quick again. But between Connor Mance, who eventually won, and Adrian Viltscoot, they got together and they finally tracked him down. And I think people punctured a little hole in how he runs. They realize that he's going to go fast, and we can't let him get too far away, and we've shown that here. He's in front, but he is not chased away from anybody here in the early going.
So it is Kiptoo in the lead, but that lead is now dwindling. He's been pulled back in. Nico Young, the freshman from Northern Arizona, right there. Viltschoot is in 3rd. And for the Irish, that is Dylan Jacobs. As things start to settle down a little bit, decent pace. The entire 16-man field is strung out pretty much in single file. And it doesn't look like he scared too many off. 2:08 at 800 meters. It's a very healthy pace. But he's certainly slowed down from there.
Well, in talking to a lot of coaches, they know that strategy. They know that Kiptoo is going to push the pace a little bit, and guys just have to hang around. But, you know, speaking to a lot of these distance coaches, Bob Brayman this morning, he said, keep an eye on this 5,000 meters. There will be a point in this race where those top 2 guys, Kiptoo and Viltschoot, they have to make a move because they don't want to let those NAU guys anywhere near them in that last mile. Why? Nico Young, he's a 354. He's a 354 guy. And Abdihamid, he's under a 4 flat as well, and you just can't give those guys a chance. So sometime, maybe it's 1,000 meters to go, maybe it's that middle 1,000 before the last 800, they're going to make a move.
And Dave Smith, the coach at Oklahoma State, said he believes that you're going to have to run that last mile in sub-4, which is really something to think about.
On the runway, this is Matt Bowling, 6th and final attempt down the runway, try to move up to give Georgia more points. He doesn't hit the board again and leaves his right foot hanging back, so he doesn't get the full complement of his jump. So 2 things going against him on that. Run up was really all over the place today. As we return to the 5,000 meters, just past 16 laps remaining. Bowling did not improve, 23:11 3/4 on that last jump, so he will remain in 3rd position, 6 points for Georgia. That's probably about what you would expect. Tennessee going 1-2, 18 points for the Volunteers in that long jump.
Well, guys, in this 5,000 meters, Nico Young, this kid in 3rd position, has really kind of changed the landscape of athletes out of high school coming in, contributing at the national level. He was in all the major races last year, but we've seen him in everything: 5K, 1,500 meters, mile. We've seen him in the 3K. But believe it or not, he's not the best runner in his family. He's got 2 brothers that are a little bit younger than he is, Leo and Lex. They have a very popular YouTube channel. But just 2 weeks ago, Leo Young, he ran 4:07 for the mile, and Lex ran 4:08, and those guys are scheduled to enter college next season.
Going over to pole vault, 3rd and final attempt for Zach McWhorter. He passed for a miss at the last height. This is his 2nd attempt, but it's his 3rd attempt in a row, and he just isn't able to get the bar to stay on. So McWhorter will lose it to Sondre Guttormundsen of Princeton. But, you know, he went for it. He went for the win. I'd love to see that in the high jump of the pole vault, where you get behind and misses and you say, forget it. Just crank it up. Raise it. I'm going to go for it. So McWhorter getting 2nd. Guttormundsen of Princeton winning it with his 1st attempt clearance at 18:10 1/4 after he struggled at his opening height of 17:10 1/2. Made it on his 3rd attempt, but he was clean after that. He takes the title. And his brother, Simon Guttormundsen of Princeton, finishing 4th. So 15 points for Princeton in that men's pole vault. They're on 13:24 pace in the 5,000, which is right at the meet record set by the defending champion and current leader of this race with 12 laps remaining. That is Wesley Kiptoo, marked very closely by the South African or the junior from South Africa, Adrian Wiltschut, Florida State. Nico Young is still right there, clicking off laps. Eamon Kimboy of Arkansas moved back now to about 7th. And another Northern Arizona lumberjack, Abdihamid, right in there in 5th place. Wiltschut back into the lead with 11 laps remaining.
Well, this is a healthy pace as well. Only about half the guys in this field have PRs better than 13:25. And we said there was going to be a point in this race where Wiltschut and Kiptoo have to make a move, because there are just some outstanding milers that are just in that pack waiting for that last half mile.
If not sooner, and for Kemboy right there in the middle of the pack, as you said, 7th, 8th, I think he's 8th. He needs something good to happen for Arkansas tonight, because so far the Hogs' performance has not been what they expected. Only an 8th in the long jump, 800. Kiernan doesn't get through. Taylor Memonius doesn't get through in the hurdles. And even though they came in here ranked 2nd, they have not had a good first evening here at the Crossplex at all.
And we see that happen with the teams that bring a lot of guys. I'm not certain if there's a little bit of a expectation that we're going to get through into the final, not some of them realizing how tough the competition is here. Maybe they don't have a good day, maybe not properly peaked, maybe they peaked in conference. There's a zillion different reasons why it happens, but boy, the dope sheet really changes after the heats are over and you see how few of your guys you got through. It's great to have depth, but the depth doesn't mean a thing if you don't have them running in the final.
Well, and Aiden Owens as well in the multi-events, he did not get off to the best start. Kyle Garland looks like he's really got a great lead now going into day 2. And Aiden Owens was the national leader, number 2 in the world with his score this year, and just came here a little bit flat.
Isn't that how it got its name, though? You do it, and after the first day, you go, man, what a dope I am.
Probably. Well, that's why they have the meet. The meet is not on paper.
No, it's on your TV set.
Correct. So a nice little battle up front there as they keep switching back and forth the leading duties. Wildschut of Florida State now back in to the lead over Kiptoo. Nico Young staying right there in third like he's been the entire time.
I like the position of Amon Kimboy right now as well. He's one of those guys who can kick with the kickers, but he can also push the pace.
Dylan Jacobs of Notre Dame's been in fourth for many laps now. Starting to get serious. 13:29 pace they have boosted it up to, so we're looking at a potential meet record. Kiptoo, the defender, that's his record. 6 laps remaining now, and not much has changed.
Wildschut's not one of these guys that has to come back and run the 3 tomorrow. There's 5 of those guys that have doubled up. Kiptoo will be coming back. Noor and Young from NAU. Ryan Cole-Sprout, from Stanford. And Kemboy will all be back in the 3 tomorrow.
Wildschut now pressing his advantage as the 2 NAU guys cover the move. Kiptoo now back to 4th.
Well, that's Abdi Noor who's taken the lead. He's a 4 flat miler. So this is just playing right into the hands of these NAU guys. They've got great speed. They've both been under 4 minutes for the mile this year. And when it comes down to a flat sprint, 1 and 3 are going to just bury the guy in second place right now.
63.7 last 400, so they really upped the ante here. Dropping Kiptoo back to 6th. He may not have anything left to respond. Kemboy not responding either. 800 meters remaining. Starting to lose Dylan Jacobs as well. He's in 5th, but now the gap has materialized. Kemboy trying to gather. Kiptoo just keeps going backwards. So it's Noor followed by Wildschut, Young, and now from Stanford, that's Kai Robinson, the freshman, with 3 laps remaining.
Well, that's a great job by Kai Robinson. The gap was beginning to open up, and he knew he could not let that lead group get away. But I'll tell you, I got to give it to Wildschut right now. He's really hanging in there as this pace quickens.
He is marking Noor as closely as he possibly can. I'm sure he knows who he's dealing with. 13:25 pace now, so maybe the meet record is still in play. 2 laps remaining, and a little gap develops between Noor and Wildschut. Young hanging in there in 3rd, and Robinson in 4th. A 60-second lap, and now a big gap materializes up now to 12 meters. Noor is running away from Wildschut. He does not have an answer. And Nico Young might be smelling a sweep.
Well, Abdihamid just looks like he has so much confidence. Every 50 meters that goes by, you can just see him digging in.
A 33 last 200 will get him the record along with the title. Wildschut now is going to be passed by Robinson. And by Young. It's definitely going to be a meet record under 13:20 for Noor. Stanford in 2nd and very close for 3rd between Young and Wildschut. So Noor of Northern Arizona gets the title and a new meet record. In fact, the top 4 under the old meet record.
Well, with 800 meters to go, Abdihamid Noor, he began to push, but he didn't look tired at all. The guys in 2nd and 3rd were fading just a little bit every 10 meters that went by, you saw the confidence more and more. He looked back like he thought he could get another NAU lumberjack up there with him, but so confident that last 2 laps. He looked solid all the way through.
Abdihamid Noor, who hails from Mogadishu, Somalia, lifetime best, meet record, title, and 16 points for the Lumberjacks in that 5,000 meters. Excuse me, 17. They also got 8th, and John is downstairs with the winner.
I am with the winner, Abdi Noor. Give him a second here, wipe the sweat. He did some hard work on that, but it looked like you let Vildscoop do a lot of the work early. What was the plan?
Yeah, it's just to be patient. Coach said, look for your teammates out there and be patient. And yeah, I just wanted to be patient and use those guys up front because I knew they'll come in pushing it with PRs like they do. It's only evident that they would do that. So I just wanted to be patient and then start moving right there at 5 laps to go.
I was to say, patient until when, and why 5? But incidentally, by the way, you're looking at the Big Sky Mile champ in addition to the national champ in the 5K.
Yeah, 5 it's a K to go. So I knew I could squeeze. I knew with my training and everything we do over there with NAU and Coach Smith, I was able to hold that if I started moving. And he told me, once you get to the front, you stay at the front until that finish line.
You weren't working alone. Nico and Drew come through with points as well.
Yeah, huge. You know, we came in with 3 guys in this meet, and we wanna leave our mark. You know, so our goal this meet this weekend is to see how high we can place as a team and do it together.
Cool down. We'll see you tomorrow on the 3.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Champion at 5K, meet record.